Hi, welcome to a 50-ish minute Vinyasa flow practice. My name's Kaylee. For today, if you have some free wall space to use, we're going to start with a little bit of a shoulder activation exercise and stabilization exercise. If you don't have free wall space, no problem. You're just going to do the exact same thing on your back on your mat. So join me either scooched up, nestled up right against a wall, or on your back with your knees bent. Take a moment to settle in. We're going to find just a natural spinal curve here. So for most people, that's going to be your sacrum or the sides of your sacrum connected to the wall, the shoulder blades, your scapula connected to the wall, and then the back of your head, your scalp connected to the wall, so skull. If we're finding the back of the head, I want to keep in mind that you're not tipping the chin up. So tuck the chin just an eighth of an inch here, and then gently press those 3 points of contact into the wall. You'll notice that there's a little gap behind your neck and somewhere around the lumbar spine, that natural lumbar curve. All right, from here, bring your arms to your side in a W-esque shape. You can absolutely start with the elbows higher if lowering the elbows down is uncomfortable in your shoulders. We're going to keep the pinky finger side of the hand connected to the wall as you lift your arms up into a wide shape. Keep pressing the back of the head, your sacrum, and your shoulder blades against the wall as you come back to that W shape. So that is the movement here. Keep going nice and slow. See if you can find some of those nitty-gritty little pockets in your shoulders. And because it's yoga, start to breathe with your movement here. Nice long inhales as you reach up, and then exhales as you pull the elbows back down. Let's do about 5 more like this. Feel free to close your eyes down if that helps you connect a little bit more deeply to the movement. Pressing the back of the head, the shoulder blades, and your sacrum into the wall or the floor underneath you. Honoring those natural spinal curves through your neck and your lumbar spine. All right, one more. Keep that Y shape for a moment. Press the back of the head, shoulder blades, and sacrum back. Take another long breath in. And then exhale into that W shape. Hold. Press the back of the head, the tips of the shoulders, and the lower back. You'll feel the abdominals gently engaging here. Alrighty, release your arms to your lap. We're going to come into somewhere that you can find a little bit of a stillness. So that could be just scooching away from the wall if that's comfortable for you. You can stay on your back. You could lie down on your back. You could put your legs at the wall. We'll be here for about 2 minutes. Just opening our practice by anchoring in after that little bit of movement. Notice what you feel in your arms here as you start to drop into your body. Use the senses to really come into the present moment. Notice any sounds in your environment. Shift your awareness to any smells. As you home in on your sense of smell, whether there is anything that you can smell or not, notice perhaps that the breath begins to deepen a little bit. And let the breath move through the nose all the way down to the bottom of your lungs. Start to find some rib cage expansion here as you breathe in. Feel the ribs lift up and out and even back behind you gently. And then as you exhale, let that all soften. Rib cage recoils, shoulders melt down and relax. See if you can send your next inhale all the way down into your tailbone, as if you could breathe into your pelvic bowl. And then exhale, just gently letting that go. One more together. Nice long breath in through the nose. See if you can send that breath as far down into your body as possible, filling the pelvis, filling the belly. As you exhale, let any obvious tension go along with it. Just let it go. Stay here for a few more seconds before we get rolling today. Remind yourself that the purpose of this practice is really to take care of yourself. Every week I teach and it's going to look a little bit different. My goal is to really invite you along for the ride as I learn to take care of myself in different ways, right? Hence that shoulder activation, stabilization that we started with. My hope is that whether the specific asana of the practice totally jives with you or not, you feel a sense of permission to tap into what your body needs and know that the most successful practice on your mat, the best yoga practice that you could do, would be to stay true to yourself. All right, bring your hands to your heart. Well, breathe in anything that you need for that goal. Breathe in anything that's going to help you take care of yourself here. Confidence, permission, whatever it is. And then offer it up. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Alrighty. Downward facing dog. So hopefully you feel a little bit more present. We can skip through some of our regular warm-ups here, but pedal out your down dogs. Bend into one knee and then the other. Hands are shoulder distance, pressing down through your fingertips and your index and thumb knuckle. Maybe give your head a gentle little shake or a nod. Lift and lower through the heels for 3. Warm up through your calves. Try and keep your heels in line with your second toe. Last one. Lift the heels, bend to the knees, keep the heels high. Bring your chest toward your thighs, look forward, and then try it out. Maybe take a big step, core engages as you step the feet to the top of the mat. Separate your feet a little bit wider than your hips for ragdoll. Catch the crooks of your opposite elbows here. Let the crown of the head be really heavy for a few moments. So point the crown of the head down, opening up some space in those upper vertebrae behind your neck. Release your fingers down in front of you. Bend your knees quite a lot. Bring your left fingertips right between your feet, maybe about 5 inches in front of the toes, but centered between the toes. Left knee stays bent, straighten the right knee as you lift your right arm up. Press your right hip back, press your tailbone back, and then draw the crown of the head forward away from your sternum. Nice long inhale here. And then exhale, right hand down. Let's swap that out. Give a big bend in the right knee as you straighten the left, lift the left arm. Try and find some ease in your body here. Sometimes the breath is our best chance for that. Nice big breath in. Back into that forward fold. Catch the crooks of your elbows again, and then sway it out a little bit side to side. Notice if you're still holding on in the jaw, soften out there. Release your hands, heel to your feet a little bit closer together, heels under hips, unless you like the big toes touching, go for it. Halfway stretch, breathe in. And then catch the calves as you exhale, active forward fold, press into the balls of the feet, feel the sit bones lift. Slide your hands to the fronts of the legs as you unroll, soft knees, strong legs, press into your feet. Sweep your arms up overhead, big breath in. And then catch your left wrist, find a side bend, stretching over to the right, bump your hips to the left, anchor down through the knife edge of your left foot, and then try and roll the left underarm up toward the ceiling. Come back to the center, breathe in. And then swap out that side bend, find some space in your right side. Back to center, nice long inhale. We're gonna try out a swan dive. As you exhale, circle your hands behind you, hinge your hips, reach for your calves. So the hands come down the back of the legs. Halfway stretch. It's okay if you didn't get that. We'll try it again. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. And roll all the way up. Focus on your inhale. Catch left wrist, side bend as you exhale. Center. Breathe in. Catch the right, exhale it to the left. Come up through the middle, nice long inhale. And then sweep the arms behind you as you exhale, swan dive forward, look for your calves with your hands. Halfway stretch, let's add on, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back to high push-up and pause in your first plank. Press the floor away with your hands. Feel that your ribs and your pelvis are aligned. And then lift the abdominals upward toward your lower back. Find space in the low back so you're not dumping into the lower back here. Shift forward onto the tips of your toes. Option to drop the knees down. We're going to lower for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way to the mat on 1. Walk your fingertips off your mat to the right and to the left. Come onto the tops of the feet. Wide arm cobra, press into the fingertips. The palms are off the mat, so you're kind of cupping the hands. Big breath in. And then child's pose here as you exhale. Press back, send your hips to your heels, find a stretch in the hips. Breathe in. 1, open mouth, exhale, let it go. Slide forward, hands and knees. Find your cow stretch. You can tuck the toes or stay on the tops of the feet, whatever is most comfortable here. And then round your back into cat. Tailbone tucks, abdominals lift, chin tucks toward your chest. Cow pose, take a breath in. Cat pose as you exhale, round the spine, let your shoulders drift toward the ears. 2 more with your breath here. Just warming up, finding some extension. And some flexion. See if you can find a wave-like smooth quality to this movement. And come through a nice neutral tabletop. Tuck the toes under, extend the right leg back behind you. Keep the pelvis neutral. So what I mean by that is you're not dumping into the low back. And then squeeze the right glutes, flex the right foot, try and lift that right leg a little bit higher without arching your lower back. Imagine that you're kicking not just up, but back through your right heel. Big breath in. Right knee to your nose. Squeeze, press the floor away. Make some space to step the right foot between your thumbs for your low lunge. Walk your fingers forward a little bit if you need as you untuck the left toes if they were tucked for your big hip flexor stretch here. Friendly reminder for myself as well as for anyone who needs it. Take what you need. Leave what you don't. No forcing. We can practice challenging our bodies in the most accepting, safest, kindest way possible. It's going to give us the best chance at sustainable growth and progress. All right, walk the fingertips back, straighten out the right leg for a little hamstring stretch here. You can flex the right toes toward your right knee. Stay here, or you have the option, keep the hips square, walk your hands off to the right side of your mat, outside of your right leg. Keep sending that right hip crease back. All right, reframe the right leg, walk the hands forward, roll through the ball of the right foot, left toes tuck, going all the way to 3-legged dog. Right leg lifts high back behind you. And then step both feet to the top of the mat. Find your halfway stretch, breathe in. Fold forward, exhale, let the head drop. Then roll all the way up on the in-breath. This time, take it right back down as you exhale. Halfway stretch, breathe in. High push-up, rock forward, drop the knees if you want, lower down for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wide arm cobra. Take a breath in, roll the shoulders down your back. child's pose as you exhale. Just here for that out breath. Send the hips back. Pull forward. You're in cow as you breathe in. Tuck the toes under, neutral spine, and then extend that left leg back. Pelvis is neutral. Lift the left leg as high as you can without arching the low back. Feel the glutes light up. Kick back through your heel. Press into your hands. Take a big breath in. Left knee to your nose. Make some space. Step the left foot forward. Find your lizard variation here. Coming out to the top of the right foot. Finding that big stretch in the right hip flexor or anywhere else that you feel it in your body. See if you can soften the jaw, unfurrow the brow. One more long breath in. And straighten out the left leg. Nice hamstring stretch over here. Option just like on the other side. I'm going to skip it, but you can walk the hands to the left if you'd like, if that feels like a fun challenge for your left IT band, or the outer edge of the left hip and thigh. If you walked your fingers over to the left, freeing your left foot again. Walk the hands forward, rebend left knee, tuck right toes, plant the hands all the way to three-legged dog, left leg lifts, big breath in. Step both of your feet to the top of the mat, halfway stretch, one round of sun salutation A, breathe in. Fold forward and exhale. All the way up, focus on that breath. Maybe you swan dive, maybe you heart center it as you fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant the hands, step back, high push up to chaturanga this time. You could lower to your belly if you'd like. Cobra or upward facing dog. Long inhale, finish the stretch, press into the tops of the feet. Downward facing dog, press with your hands, send your hips back. Stay here, take one breath in. Long breath out, holding that exhale at the end. When you're empty, lift the heels, forward, step, walk, or hop to the top. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Fold forward and exhale. Rise all the way up, nice long breath in. Take it right back down as you empty. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Vinyasa, however you want to get to downward facing dog. We're going to set up a flow. When you land in down dog, on an inhale, make sure that your hands are firmly anchored. I'm getting a little slip there. On an inhale, lift the right leg high. And then bring your right knee to your nose. Make some space by pressing the hands down. Step the right foot through. We're going to come into a high crescent lunge. Keep your left knee lifted as you sweep the arms up. Make any adjustments you need with your feet so that your foundation feels as steady as possible. Rooting down through the big toe mound on your right foot. Nice big breath in. Reach to the tips of your fingers. And then cactus your arms as you exhale. Shoulders slide down your back. Interlace your hands at your lower back here. Lift the chest. Pivot your back heel down. Keep the right knee bent. Breathe in. Maybe you even tip the chin up. And then humble warrior. Tuck your right shoulder inside your right thigh or knee. Take some long breaths here. Working into this deep lunge. Pressing the heels of the hands close together. If you need a little bit more, maybe you work on even bringing the inner edges of the wrists closer together. All right, from here, we're gonna find dragonfly twist. Release the left hand, pivot the left heel up, reach your right arm up. Take a deep breath in. And then vinyasa, step the right foot back, flow through your vinyasa sequence. To downward facing dog. From down dog on an inhale, left leg lifts. Knee to nose, make some space, step the left foot through. High crescent lunge. Come on up, pressing into your feet. Finding your center of gravity here, maybe setting your eyes to one spot. Take a big breath in and then bend your elbows, find that cactus shape as you exhale. Interlace the hands, pivot the back heel, try putting the opposite pinky on the outside. Drag the knuckles down, lift the chest and the chin, fill the lungs. Humble warrior as you empty out. Settling in here, maybe give your head a gentle shake if you need. If your left elbow or left shoulder rather is inside of your left knee, you can gently push those 2 points into one another to create some dynamic tension. So it's an active stretch sensation. Imagine the crown of the head touching the mat inside of your left foot. Big breath in. Exhale, release the right hand, set up your dragonfly as you pivot the right heel up. Gently working to stack the shoulders and the wrists here, using your breath to find more space in your spine. Finish an inhale. Plant the hand, step it back, flow through your vinyasa. Breathing in. And breathing out. Stay here and take a deep breath in. Exhale it completely. Hold the breath out. Step, walk, or hop to the top. Halfway stretch. Breathe in. Hold forward and empty. All the way up on the inhale. This time we're going to add in lightning chair. Sweep your arms by your side. Find a nice neutral spine here. And then if you can, bring your awareness to the angle of your shins, your lower leg, and the angle of your spine. See if you can create a sensation of those two angles being equal. So shins and spine would be parallel. Remember, it's just a sensation. You might not be, I'm certainly not. Oh, there, I can take a peek in the camera and see that my chest was way far forward. But see if you can use your proprioceptive abilities. If you don't have a mirror, that is fine. Sometimes that's preferable. Take another long inhale, sit lower as you exhale. Stand all the way up, push into your heels, reach with your fingers. And then forward fold your version, touch the calves. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Plant the hands, step it back, and flow through your vinyasa. I'm going to set up a pretty challenging sequence today. It'll start with those same few poses. Right leg high. We're just going to see how it goes. Breathe in. Step the right foot through as you exhale. High crescent lunge on the in-breath. Practice your elbows as you empty. Interlace your hands. Breathe in. Pivot back, heel down as you lift your chin. Humble warrior. Exhale. All right. Here's where we change it up a little bit. We're going to turn this into a bound standing splits. So shift the weight forward, heel toe your left foot forward, start to square your chest, spin the left heel up, and then lift the left leg, maybe. Feel free to ditch the bind at any point if you need. We're going to keep the bind, that left foot that's lifted. You're going to bring the left foot down behind the right foot and outside of the right foot. So crossing at the ankles, squeeze the thighs together. You're still in that bind with the arms if that's working for you. Remember, you can ditch them at any time. Inner thighs hug together, roll it up nice and slowly to stand. Use your core to stabilize yourself. Inhale, slide the thumbs down your legs. Hands to heart center. As you exhale, neutral spine. All right, lift the left knee and the arms. Find your balance here. Keep taking those deep full inhales through your nose, gentle constriction in the throat, soft through the jaw. From here, we're going to fly it back into airplane pose. Stretch back through your left leg. You can point or flex the left foot. Hug the floating ribs in just a little bit here. So you're feeling strong in your middle. And bring your hands to your heart. We're going to step the left foot to the back of the mat and come into skandasana at the back of your mat. So bend into your left knee. Feel free to drop the fingers down for some support. And when you land in your skandasana, bring your eyes to your right big toe back to the top of the mat with the gaze. And stay here, one more big breath in. As you exhale, we're finding extended side angle at the top. Right forearm, right thigh, left arm spins up. See if you can roll the left underarm up a little bit. And take a big breath in. Left hand comes down. We're spinning all the way to wild thing. So the right foot's going to come back behind you. Lift the right arm up. Maybe you're on the right toes. Maybe you step the whole foot down. Figure out what feels best for your joints, what feels most stable in your body. Take another full in breath here. Exhale, right hand underneath your right shoulder, right knee to your right elbow. Give it a good squeeze. Shoulders are over your wrists. Go back to wild thing. Breathe in. This time as you exhale, bring the right hand down, but bring the right knee to the left elbow under the body and across. Oh, one more wild thing. Big breath in. This time we're finding chaturanga as we empty and then take it through your vinyasa, meeting up in downward facing dog. Now we know what's coming up on the left. Pause in down dog. Let's clear that side out. Reset. Breathe in. Open mouth. Exhale. Making some space. All right. On an in breath, left leg lifts. Left knee steps or left foot steps between your thumbs. High crescent lunge. Inhale. Cactus elbows. Exhale. Interlace, find your bind, back heel spins as you lift your chest and breathe in. Humble warrior, breathe out. Stay here for a moment, continuing to work on that rhythmic breathing, Ujjayi pranayama. And start to heel toe your back foot forward. Spin the back heel up as you square the chest. We're finding our standing splits with or without that bind. How focused can you be with your gaze? Yeah, even if you stumble out of the pose, can you keep that focus clear? Keep that intention pure. We're going to bring the right foot behind the left and over to the left a little bit, crossing at the ankles. Maybe you're still in your bind, maybe you're not. Either way is great. Hug the thighs together as you unroll up to standing with or without bind, little back bend, breathe in. Hands to your heart, breathe out. Pull the right knee and arms lift, find your balance here. Find a little softness in the face. Airplane pose when you're ready. Lever that right leg back. Steady as you can make this transition. We're going to step the right foot to the back, coming all the way into skandasana, straightening the left leg, sinking the hips down for your stretch. Maybe bringing your hands in front of you, maybe bringing them to your heart. Really whatever feels best. You might take the arms out to the side or back behind you. Bring your gaze to your left toes. Stay in skandasana as you breathe in. And then extended side angle. Press into your feet, strong legs and core. Roll the rib cage open to the right side of the room. Right underarm, right side of the ribs, spinning open on top of the left side body. Reach just a little longer through your right arm. Big breath in. Right hand down. Find your wild thing. Pivoting the left foot back behind you, lifting the left arm up. Lift the hips, open through your chest as you breathe in. Left hand comes down, left knee, left elbow, squeeze. Back to wild thing, control with your core, inhale. Exhale, left hand down, left knee, right elbow. Back to wild thing, big breath in. And then vinyasa, maybe just straight to down dog. You can always add a moment in child's pose to regroup. From downward facing dog, we're gonna put that all together, but let's clear it out first. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. Lift your heels, step, walk, or hop your feet to the top. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. All the way up, focus on the in-breath. Lightning chair as you exhale, hinge back through the hips. Let's come back into chair pose this time, breathe in. And then lightning chair, option to lift the heels. Back to chair, option to keep the heels up, inhale. Lightning chair, exhale. You can lower the heels at any time. 3 more, breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, full round chair pose, breathe in. Lightning, breathe out, take it low, stand all the way up on the heels or not. And then fold forward, let that go. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Step or hop back to chaturanga. We'll meet in downward facing dog. We're gonna move through that sequence. We might add on a little bit. Right leg goes high, breathe in. Step between your thumbs as you exhale. Crescent lunge is the in-breath. Bend your elbows as you empty. Interlace the hands, set up for humble warrior, breathe in. Bow forward, breathe out. Stay here. Start to set up your standing split. Walking that left foot forward. Maybe you've got a bind, maybe not. Take a long inhale. Left foot behind right foot as you exhale. Unroll all the way up with or without a bind. Breathe in. Neutral spine, hands to heart, breathe out. Left knee and arms come up on the in-breath. Airplane pose, fly it back, steady as you can, and exhale. Stay here, big breath in. Start that transition as you exhale, left foot to the back, skandasana to the back. Look forward, breathe in. Extended side angle at the top of the mat. We're gonna add on. Take a long inhale here. Maybe you stay for the exhale and half bind. Reverse triangle with or without a half bind. So straighten out that front leg. Left hand can find the top of the right thigh, or the left hand's just down somewhere, not loading any weight into it. Open up through your right side body, really finding some space. Take a breath in. Cartwheel your hands. Wild thing. Right toes behind you. Lift the right arm. Breathe in. Exhale, right hand down, right knee, right elbow. Give it a little squeeze. Wild thing. Breathe in. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Stabilizing with your core. Back to wild thing. Inhale it open. This time, bring the right hand down. Bring the right foot to the back. Pivot your heels to the right, find your side plank. Lift the right hip. Option if you want more to add on by lifting that top leg. Reach the top arm forward, take a deep breath in. Vinyasa, we will meet up in downward facing dog. Long inhale in your back bend. Down dog, exhale. Left side, here we go. Big breath in, extend your leg. Step forward as you empty, high crescent. Finish the breath. Bend the elbows, exhale. Set up humble warrior. Breathe in, lift the heart. Exhale and bow forward. Take one deep breath in. Let's stay here, deepening the stretch as you breathe out, and then start your transition to your standing splits. Nice long inhale. Right foot behind left foot as you exhale. Unroll, big breath in, lifting the chest, maybe lifting the chin. Neutral spine, exhale your hands to your heart. Right knee and arms up, breathe in. Airplane, fly it back as you empty. Stay here, take a breath in. Start your transition, drop the right foot, skandasana at the back of the mat. Look forward, breathe in. Extended side angle at the top. The right arm reaches, lengthen the whole right side body. On an out breath, option to find that half bind. Push into your front foot, reverse triangle, straighten the left leg, reach the left arm open. Where can you find a little bit of space in your body, a little bit of ease? Notice if you're clenching your teeth. Find some strength in the feet and the palms. Deep breath in. Cartwheel your hands. Here we go. Wild thing. Left foot back behind you. Lift the left arm. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand down. Left knee. Left elbow. Slow, controlled with your breath. Inhale. Wild thing. Exhale. Left knee. Right elbow under the body. Wild thing. Breathe in. This time we're finding side plank. Left hand down. Left foot back. Pivot the heels to the left. Right arm lifts up. Plug into your left shoulder, press the floor away, lift your left hip a little bit higher, maybe you lift the right leg. Wherever you are, reach that right arm forward, take a big breath in. Vinyasa, we will meet up in downward facing dog. Stay connected to you, stay connected to your intention, stay connected to your breath. One big inhale here. Open mouth, exhale, hold the breath out. Step, walk, or hop to the top. Halfway stretch, breathe in. Hold forward and breathe out. Rise all the way up on the inhale. Lightning chair, exhale. Chair pose, breathe in. Lightning, breathe out, option to lift the heels, pump the breath, 4 more, inhale. And exhale. 3 more, keep going. You find a way to challenge yourself that feels kind, that feels like the best coach that you've ever had, that believes in you, that knows that you're doing this for your benefit. Stay low on that last exhale. Maybe you stay on your toes and stand all the way up. You can drop the heels, breathe in. Fold forward, maybe you stay on your toes. Ooh, halfway stretch, inhale. Vinyasa, let's meet up in downward facing dog. We're gonna move through that once more with one little added balance challenge. Right leg goes high, breathe in. Step forward as you empty. High crescent, you've got this, inhale. Bend your elbows, exhale. Interlace and fill up. Humble warrior as you empty out. One long breath in. Stay for that breath out. Find your standing split. Not there for long. Big breath in. Cross the ankles as you breathe out. Unroll, strong core. Sweep the heart up on the in-breath. Hands find heart center as you exhale. Lift your left knee in your arms and then pause. Try and lift that left knee as high as you can, using your core, using your left quads and hip flexors. And then use your hands to help yourself into a tree pose. Bringing that left foot to the inside of the left thigh or the inside of the left lower. Bringing that left foot to the inside of the right thigh or the inside of the right lower leg. Be hard to do foot to left leg here. See if you can make this a little bit more of a challenge by rooting down into your right heel, going tall through your right leg, including the low back. And then try and open your left knee a bit more to the left as you push your hips forward, for more of a hip opener stretch. And honestly, push isn't quite the right word as you guide the hips forward, right? So this gentle strength that's so much more sustainable than that aggressive, like all or nothing attitude. You just be in this open experiment, this exploration. What can you offer your body in terms of support? Perhaps just breathing a little bit more consciously or setting your eyes to one spot to help focus some of the energy. Maybe you're firming up that right leg a little bit. All right, we're getting right back into our flow. Sweep the arms up, left knee lifts, breathe in. Airplane, fly it back as you breathe out. Skandasana, here we go. Inhale, you're at the back of the mat, looking toward your right toes. Extended side angle at the top as you exhale. Stay here, take a breath in, lengthen through your left side body. Option to half bind on your breath out. Reverse triangle, breathe in. Cartwheel the hands as you breathe out, wild thing, just one time. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, set up side plank, pivot the heels to the right, lift the left arm, take a deep breath in. Bring your left forearm down, square your chest, pivot your toes so you're on both of your feet. And then bring the right arm up as you swivel your heels to the left, forearm side plank. Take a deep breath in. Forearm plank, right hand and elbow down. Pause and breathe for 4. Jaw is soft, throat is gently constricted. 3, 2, 1. Sphinx pose, drop your belly down. I know we've got the left side, don't worry. Bend your right knee, reach back, catch the foot or ankle, a little quad stretch here. Release the right leg, gently switch it out. Catch the left foot, quad stretch. All right, bring that foot down. Walk the hands back. You choose cobra or upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Big breath out. Here we go. Dial in your breath. Left leg, inhale. Step forward, exhale. Crescent lunge, breathe in. Elbows bend, breathe out. Interlace, pivot back heel, huge in breath. Humble warrior, exhale as you bow. Stay here, breathe in. Breathe out. Standing split, just for an inhale. Cross the ankles as you exhale. Unroll, breathe in, lift the heart, lift the chin. Hands to heart center, neutral spine. Right knee and arms come up on the in-breath. And then this time we're going to set up our tree pose. On this side, bringing your right foot to the inside of the left thigh or left lower leg. Root down through your left foot. Find some space in the lower back. Maybe the abdominals lift slightly. Encourage the hips softly forward. So just a gentle nudge forward as you allow that right knee to work its way out to the right. This ability to practice what we're paying attention to, maybe even just to notice what we're noticing. Notice where your mind is. And the ability to train our consciousness is super powerful energy that we have. So purposefully, for right now, how purposefully can you bring your consciousness into the moment? Whether that's the sensations in your body or even just the thoughts in your mind, can you notice the thoughts in your mind without getting swept away by them? We're going to take it right back into our flow. Arms reach up, right knee lifts on an inhale. See if you can bring it a little higher into the chest. Fly it back, airplane pose as you exhale. Breathe in. Start that transition as you breathe out, hands to your heart, skandasana at the back, look forward and fill up. Extended side angle at the top. Stay here, breathe in, lengthen right side body. Maybe half bind as you breathe out. Reverse triangle, inhale it open. Cartwheel the hands down, one time, wild thing. Big breath in, lift the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, left hand down, side plank, heels go left, right arm lifts up. Breathe in. This time as you square your hips and your chest, right forearm drops to the mat, pivot to the right. Lift the left arm up, nice big in breath. Left forearm down, hold, 5, 4, can you soften through your face? 3, lift through your abdominals. 2, lower all the way down to sphinx pose. Or if you'd rather take a fully neutral spine, you can stack your hands and lower your head. Wherever you land, set your eyes to one spot. The easiest thing to do sometimes is just to close your eyelids down. And notice the rebound sensations in your body. Where do you feel some heat? Where do you feel this after effect of using your muscles, stretching and strengthening? If you're in Sphinx with me, option to come into seal by straightening the arms, walk the hands as far forward as you need. So the lever that you're bringing into your lower back, or the angle that you're bringing into your lower back, the more you walk the hands forward, the less intense that is. It's hard in other ways, right? So if you walk the hands real close, you might feel a little bit more stable, but that's a lot on that lumbar spine. So find something that feels like a sweet spot for you. Last big breath here, option to lift the chin, open the front of the throat, and then slowly roll it all the way down. Bring the palms to stack, drop the head. When you're ready, meet me in a seat. Bend your knees in your seat. And then we're going to keep the right leg just the way it is, but tuck your left ankle behind the right heel and walk the right foot in if you'd like. Interlace your fingers around that right shin. And then notice if your spine's rounding here, pull into that shin to straighten out for your spine. Bring the right fingertips back behind you. We're going to twist to the right, lift the left arm up, and then catch the right knee with the left elbow. Really hug that right leg in toward your body. You might even start to lift the right foot up a little bit here. Keep the twist. Maybe you just take a little of the weight out of the right foot. It might not leave the mat. Rotate the chest. Look forward, take a big breath in, and then release the legs. Paddle them out. We're just going to switch that up. So left foot comes down, right ankle tucks back behind that left foot. Use your hands to lift the chest to find some length in your spine. Your spine is your axis that we're going to rotate through. Plant the left fingers behind yourself. Lift the right arm up. And then catch that left knee. Hug the left leg in close to your body. Use your right arm to help you find some rotation. And then maybe you play around with lifting that left foot. Beautiful, look forward. Untangle everything. And then set up for Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. You can bring the heels in close to your body today. Bind your big toes with your peace fingers. And then straighten the arms, pull the chest through the arms a bit. So the elbows are softly bending as you pull your heart forward. Take a big breath in. And then fold forward. Maybe your elbows find your inner thighs and you can gently press down into the elbows to encourage a tiny bit more stretch, or to maybe reassure your body as it moves into this shape. Back to your breath. And slowly start to lift the head, unfolding. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees. Guide your knees together. We're going to roll out to our shavasana. Tuck the tailbone a little bit. Reach forward, and then slowly, like you're laying down a string of pearls, vertebra by vertebra, lowering down. Once your shoulders land, reach your arms back over your head. Nice long body stretch. Perhaps you extend your legs. And then find shavasana. If there's any last shapes that your body needs, or if you'd prefer to take shavasana with your legs up the wall, or maybe in a seat, please make your way. Whatever pose is going to give you the best chance of relaxing. And tune into your breathing without needing to control the breath here. And you enter into that space of simply observing that ebb and flow. Every inhale, just allowing the breath to flow in. And every exhale, letting it go. And be here for just about 40 seconds or so. You can listen for my voice really shortly to close practice. When you're ready to move on with your day, you can give your head a gentle nod. Take some deeper breaths, perhaps adding another long body stretch, bringing your legs together, pointing the toes, sweeping your arms back over your head as you breathe in. And exhale, knees to your chest, rolling over to either side, and eventually working your way up to a seat. When you land, bringing your hands to your heart, acknowledging yourself for practicing, taking care of yourself, for practicing pushing yourself with the utmost of love and respect, and practicing giving yourself permission to really do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of you so that you can show up for the things in your life that mean so much. We'll close with a final cleansing breath. Drop your arms to your side and then sweep the arms up as you breathe in. And exhale, let it all go. Great. Thanks for practicing. Take good care of yourself, and I hope to see you again real soon.